You meet you here now. Your vehicle is here?
Friday they here.
No, Friday. Okay now. No,
they are 50 per day on boss. They do well. Suppose more than that, because
Hey.
Who? Friday thing we do. Those are the convener.
Again, let me also correct something. This is not all of us. What we are just trying to do is a demonstration of stakeholders, just the stakeholders and some numbers of people from all over the state. And we are here in solidarity to say, not just for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but because of he's one of the democratic people that makes this democracy day that we are celebrating today, that makes it visible, that everybody now saying that we are in a democratic government and we are using democratic system in the country. And again, let me also say that we are not just only happy that we are celebrating democracy, but because part of the people that put up that democracy is the President of the Federal Republic today, and is the first democratically elected president since when it's political parties and all that, when it's civilians, when it's military, a lot of military people become civilian president and all that. But we are saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing a reform that is going to affect the life of the youth positively, not because of today, but the reforms that is going to affect our futures and those that are unborn and the young people, the teenagers and everybody. And that is why we are saying that, see, we cannot just be bringing our country down, because a lot of people said youth and Gen Z. We are Gen Z, we are millennium, we are alpha millennium, alpha Gen Z, whatever you call us. But we are here to say that the government has do a lot. This is the first time in the history of democracy that no student go out because he's not able to pay school fees because of the student loan. And it's not only because of the student loan, because of the token also given to them outside the loan, that okay, you need to stay in school, you need to do one or two things. Then that's why we are bringing this thing down to the language that a lot of people will understand. And this is the first time again that the universities have not go on strike. And we also promise that it's not only about former youth. This is the first time the president gives to us a young one that is part of the struggle. This is the first time we own a ministry that belongs to us. We know a Rome can never be built in a day. And that is why the step has been taken. And we are not even saying that, we never said that we are where we should be. The greatest problem we have today is unemployment. But when we have a leader, not a ruler, a man that is ready to lay down whatever it is to make sure that this country goes in a better form. And that is why we are here to say, okay, it's a democracy day. It must not be fight all the time. It must not be we burning tires. It must not, we agree. We never said people cannot protest. You can protest. You can do whatever you like. It's a freedom. That is why it's democracy. But we must not bring down our country. It is a process and which we have started following. And there's a lot of program, and we said, okay, our skills too must be upskilled. And then we said, okay, we have a meeting with MAN and other development agencies, private sectors, and we said, what's the issue? And we discovered that instead of we don't have skills, or our skills can be upgraded. And we also, that's why we said we want to have our own Coursera. Don't forget there is a lot of initiatives of this government, 3MTT, NIA, that we said, okay, you don't need to know me before you can get this done. You don't need to be political, whatever, because you can get this done. And this is the first time we are also talking about that we want to engage with the people positively. And we are bringing the confab. And we said, a lot of people have said, oh, time. We said, oh, there's nothing you does not plan well that is going to give you a good result. Things have been done differently before, and we have been receiving the same result. Let's do it for the first time differently so that we can get a different result. And that is why we are also saying that confab is not only about coming to Abuja. We must reach out to the grassroots, because we also discover that what the youth need in the Northwest is different from what they need in the North Central. What they need in the North Central is different from what they need in the Southwest. So we must engage them. And we're also working on a lot of things so that the loans that the said bank is giving to this thing, it is part of the mandate of the president that has been given that we must have a youth bank. We have very soon, the process, we are following it. And very soon it's going to come to the limelight that a lot of people will enjoy, a lot of people with this, and with the unemployment that I talk about, I said an enable environment is going to be created. And that is why the economic development of this country is very important. And two things we are working on. We are working on the capital, which we can see is everywhere, economy, dollar floating, and naira floating and all that. And we are talking about the human capital development. That is why the empowerment we are talking about is not token empowerment. We want to do a human capital development empowerment that a lot of young people, we can receive the loans in very small distance. And we are saying that we are not giving promises. We are working towards promises. We don't just talk. We want to do and talk. We don't want to paint the road, which is cosmetic. We want to tackle the problem. A lot of our people talks about the problem. We have not gotten to the political era now. We are still in government. When we get to that, we'll start discussing about that. We want to tackle the issue once and for all, so that even those that are coming behind us, that are still younger, can get it right, and they can be proud of this country. What we are working towards is legacy, not the cosmetic, again and again.
Today we have gathered for the Nigerian Youth Democracy Day walk by the National Youth Council of Nigeria and all our affiliate organizations and several others that are in solidarity with us, including the Forum of Special Assistants, Senior Special Assistants and Special Advisors to governors of the respective 36 states of Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory. Speech at the Nigeria Youth Walk for Democracy and Renewed Hope. We walk for democracy, we walk for renewed hope. This 12th day of June, 2025. Your Excellency, distinguished leaders, fellow citizens, and most of all, unstoppable force of Nigerian youths who have come from all across the 36 states of Nigeria and the FCT. Today, we march not as observers of history, but as its authors. June 12 did not birth our democracy, it baptized it. It cost countless lives, dreams, and tears. Among them, the courage of Chief MKO Abiola, may God bless his soul. Amen. The sacrifice of Kudirat Abiola, may her soul rest in peace. Amen. The bravery of Dr. Beko Ransom Kuti, Alfred Owen, Bagauda Kalto, Chima Obani, Pa Alfred Iluere, and several other fallen martyrs and heroes of our democracy, and those that are still living in our midst. It forged our resolve and delivered the message to all who would silence the people never again. And now, from the front line of activism to the seat of government, we salute the audacity of courage of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, one of the principal architects of the struggle, who dared to transform our scars into the renewed hope agenda, a national rebirth written in the ink of daring reforms. In his second Democracy Day anniversary as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, it is, however, pertinent to state that his economic and fiscal reforms are worthy of commendation and are fast yielding a transformative legacy that has rekindled hope for a greater Nigeria. He has remodeled a unique brand of leadership despite the woes inherited from successive governments in the past. And he never dwells on the past as an excuse for sensationalism, but rather vigorously addresses the fundamentals required to set the nation back on the path of greatness. Go and stop them or hold them. Go. Call them. Amidst the economic turbulence, we'll meet them up. Amidst the economic turbulence, he has been able to tame the tumultuous insecurity challenges with unprecedented breakthroughs, which have revitalized our hope that insecurity will soon be history. A unifier par excellence, he has shown leadership that it is accommodating, intentional, and resolute, lifting Nigerians and not dividing them. We must also acknowledge the stabilizing influence of the National Assembly under the uncommon leadership of the President of the Senate, His Excellency, Senator Godswill Obot Akpabio. The peace we enjoy in our democratic governance today cannot be overemphasized without the instrumental role of a functional and cooperative National Assembly under the leadership of Senator Godswill Akpabio. The legislature has complemented the executive with maturity, dialogue, and vision, making the sailing of our national ship smoother under President Tinubu's watch. Equally, we pay glowing tribute to the gallant men and women of the armed forces and our patriotic service chiefs. Their sacrifices in the line of duty protect the territorial integrity of our nation, often at the risk of their own lives, and they deserve more than an applause. They deserve national assurance, they deserve reverence, and they deserve support. Their unwavering commitment to peace, stability, and security across our land reinforces our confidence in Nigeria's unity and enduring strength. We do not flatter when we say we have made the youth. You do not flatter, Mr. President. We do not flatter when we say, Mr. President, you have made the youth your co-pilots in this audacious flight of national redemption. We are not paraded as tokens any longer, but we are partners in policy, innovation, and execution of the task for the birth of a new Nigeria. We see your faith in several areas of our national life, including digital transformation and innovation, economic empowerment and entrepreneurship, education and youth engagement, climate and green jobs, social justice and inclusion, fiscal reforms, and institutional modernization. We also recognize that this commitment to youth empowerment is not a mere rhetoric. It is visible by appointments that have been made, including for the first time, we are having the youngest ever Minister of Youth in the presence of Comrade Olawande Wisdom. Please, a round of applause. Great Nigerian youth.
Great.
Several other appointments of young Nigerians have been made, never so precedented in the history of our country, Nigeria. The President has always paid a listening ears to the cries of the youth of Nigeria. And one of the key symbols was the fact that the National Youth Confab was convoked for the President to interact with the youth, feel our pulse, and not just that, identify our challenges, and not just that, but also make us co-pilots in tinkering or generating solutions to these challenges. Great youth of our country, we are here on this democracy walk to say that the youth of Nigeria stand firmly and resolutely with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We stand firmly and resolutely with the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. We stand firmly and resolutely with our service chiefs as we move forward. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I want to say, I want to learn, I want to talk, I want to adequate. Ladies and gentlemen, say Tinubu! Say Tinubu!
This is the Enugu State way. Enugu State is ready.
Kawai ba